Hello and welcome to the Generation Gap Podcast. My name is Lunchbox.
I'm Gleek.
And this week for me has not been a very exciting one.
Well, not really, no.
No, I haven't done jack fucking shit.
But I am overjoyed to be on the mic.
Yay!
I have waited all week for this. Don't have shit to say, but I'm happy to have it turned on.
So let's go ahead and get into this discussion about the Suicide Squad trailer.
Oh.
Well,
Do we have to?
Well,
yeah.
I've learned that when watching trailers, I have to watch them by myself because if I watch them with anyone else, it's just like,
that was my reaction when I saw it by myself.
Yeah.
Just,
And see, I don't know what they're gonna make from it. But I do like the Deathstroke is in it.
Well, I like the fact Hancock's in it.
He is going to be reprising his role as Jim West, I do believe.
Jim West.
From the Wild Wild West movie.
As long as we get the big mechanical spider at the end.
That's what...
and steam-powered wheelchairs.
The big mechanical spider this time is going to be made by Bruce Wayne.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to be the Bat Spider.
Oh, so he what he did, he went to the Marvel Universe and stole one of the Spider Slayers and brought it back.
No, what they're just going to do is DC is going to retcon it and be like, no, we made robot things first. And Marvel's going to be like...
Yeah, have fun with your little DC thing there. Well, I'm watching it and I'm kind of, I'm glad that DC's doing some shit. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just never big in DC. But that fucking Joker is god awful. There is no excuse for that Joker. Dude, he's got damage tattoo on his forehead. He has a silver grill in his fucking mouth.
Did he have a tattoo on his forehead? I didn't see.
I swear to God.
I thought it was Harley Quinn that had damage across her cheek.
Well, he's got some shit tattooed on his forehead. You can see it.
I might have to go through and watch that again. But I noticed like Harley Quinn. I like the look of the Harley Quinn character.
Yeah.
The Joker character, I didn't have like any sort of problem with.
He doesn't look right. He just doesn't look right to me.
I think they're wanting to go for more of like a street sadistic, or like kind of mixing it up with probably new age punk rock shit.
Yeah.
And with the Joker.
Well,
which I don't really mind. His teeth, they're a little silly, but yet again, bad guys in the DC universe are normally over the top. But here I am, a Galactus fan.
Well, here's the problem I have with it, though. Just the idea, the concept of the Joker. Like the tattoos. Do you think the Joker is going to let any motherfucker come at him with a needle?
He might have done it himself.
Okay, I can accept that. What about those teeth? Do you think the Joker is going to sit his ass down and let a doctor go poking and prodding in his mouth?
Well, maybe he did it for the laughing gas. And there are plenty of Doctor bad guys in
but if
any villain universe.
If anybody has a fucking immunity to laughing gas, it's the Joker.
I just found out.
He'd just get off on it.
I just found out a great supervillain name. Dr. Bad Guy.
Dr. Bad Guy?
Yeah, like Dr. Girlfriend from the Venture Brothers. Which have you ever sat down and watched any of the Venture Brothers?
A couple.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
It's like adult Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
Which I hadn't seen that since I was a kid.
Me neither.
Johnny Quest.
Me neither. Shimmy Shimmy Zalabim.
Yeah.
Well, Haji, yeah.
Yeah. Tell him that down there at the fucking airport.
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
Oh, dude. I ain't trying to interrupt our show here, but look out your window right now. Dude, you got 2 baby deer playing right in your backyard. Like right there by the pond. Yeah.
I have deer come up all the time. Like to just hang out back there, do some shit.
Yeah. Well, I ain't trying to interrupt what we're saying, but
do the normal deer thing.
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of neat, the 2 of them. At first, when I first saw him, I was like, God damn, that's a huge fox.
Apparently, the neighbor last night, after you left, I was sitting here and like browsing around the internet still. My mom was the only one left over here. And she was about to leave, and she was like, There's someone driving around that pond.
Mm-hmm.
My reaction is, I don't give a shit. And she opens up the door, goes outside for like fucking 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And she finally realizes it's my neighbor, the person that owns the pond.
Yeah, he gets out there on his 4-wheeler and shit.
Yeah. And she comes back in here and she was like, does he do that often? I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. It's none of my business.
It's my neighbors,
yeah,
man.
I don't fucking care.
Well, the only reason I noticed anything was I just happened to see him through the patio window.
All I can think about is, they could, both my neighbors on both sides of me can like meet out right next to that pond and just jerk each other off. And if I like stood at the back window, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty gay. And then, just like,
Don't see that every day.
Yeah, that's some shit that happens.
Yeah.
Christ.
That's what they want to do, man.
Ain't none of my fucking business.
Exactly.
Like, I watched the Big Lebowski again last weekend.
Oh, yeah?
And, all I can think about is like how much of a mix in between now of the dude, Archie Bunker, and Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys that I am.
Minus that whole weed thing.
Minus the whole weed thing.
Yeah.
And getting a goldfish drunk.
Yeah.
But
I got a dog drunk once. Actually, several times.
I got a cat really fucking stoned one time.
Done that too, yeah.
It was, holy Christ, I can't believe I'm about to admit this on air. Mm-hmm. But my grandmother has an orange cat. Mm-hmm. And this was in Murray. Mm-hmm. And so I had a blunt. Mm-hmm. A whole fucking blunt. We're probably talking about like $10 worth of pot here.
Yeah. Yeah, at least a couple of grams.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't get fucking super stoned. Because back then, like how I am now, all I would want to smoke is dark green sticky, which is fucking regular weed, what Cat Williams said. Yeah. Regular weed.
Yeah, don't want no names attached to it.
No, because that implies trouble. So I sat down on just outside because they live out in the fucking country. Who gives a shit? Far enough away from the house, you know, won't cause any suspicion.
Yeah.
And up comes this fucking orange cat. Mm-hmm. And I had just lit this blunt. Like, I took like 2 puffs of myself. Uh-huh. Every fucking puff after that cat showed up, I just blew it in its face the whole time. It struggled at first, but eventually it just mellowed the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I carried it back into the shed and put it in front of the food bowl. And proceeded to go inside, you know, eat the fuck out of everything. Mm-hmm. Now, every single time that I show up at my grandmother's house, guess what's the first animal to greet me?
Oh,
you got any more of that funny stuff? Yay, man. What's going on?
We had a cat very similar. Yeah, we had years back. Name was Chance. And you'd have 2 or 3 people sitting
He
around.
would smoke every chance he got.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Dude, he would go around. He would like if you had a circle going, you know, and you're passing the joint, I'm not shitting you. This cat would jump up and whoever's lap had the joint, they'd take a hit, pass the next guy, blow it to the cat. He'd jump down, go to the next person. And he'd do that shit at least 2 or 3 rotations until it was like, okay, that's enough. And you know, his ass is laying there.
Good little stoner kitty. Who's a good little stoner kitty?
Then about,
whoa.
Yeah, and about a half hour to an hour later, I mean, dude, he would just go stand in the fucking food dish. Just stand in that motherfucker. Remember my sister one time, she was like, what the hell's wrong with this cat? He is eating everything. You know, he just eating it all.
Just crunching like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Holy Christ.
Here I am blazed, and I remember like looking over and I was, maybe he's got the munchies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not a case of animal cruelty at all.
No.
That cat liked it.
Yeah. I think it's a weird thing about animals and pot. Mm-hmm.
My buddy
Christ.
give that one dog at time, give him the 3 Scooby snacks we'd made. Yeah.
Oh, no.
It was this little rat dog. He looked like a fucking mop. I hated that fucking dog. I hated him. But my buddy was like, we got to calm this motherfucker down. I mean, he was literally spazzing out. He was like, give him one of them cookies. I fed the dog cookie. Dog kind of mellowed out, you know, after about 10 minutes. Next thing I know, my buddy, he's handing that motherfucker another cookie. And then about 10 minutes after that, give him another. Dude, that dog was fucked up. I mean, fucking laying there. He was in orbit. Yeah.
Holy, that dog has been higher than either one of us have ever combined.
Oh my God, he was in fucking orbit. I tried to pick him up, stand him on his feet, and he would sit there for like a second, and then it was just like he melted back into the wall because he was leaned up against the wall.
Was it doing the same thing that dogs do when they get knocked out?
What's that?
All right, if a dog ever gets like KO'd, what it does is it goes completely stiff, standing up, and it shakes.
Oh no, there was no stiffness to this.
This
fucking dog was.
It was like Jello in hands. It was like trying to like. If a cubed bowl of Jello on the table, it was like trying to pick up one of them cubes with your fingers.
Exactly.
Covered in Vaseline.
He just melted. I mean, he fucking melted. And it was terrible. I guess it was about 3:30. My friend's son come home. And he's like 11, 12-year-old.
Oh, no.
Yeah. What's wrong with a puppy? I don't think he feels too well. He's been laying there taking a nap for a few hours. I just let him be. Oh no, his eyes, they're all glazy and he's looking off into the distance.
that dog has a 1,000-yard stare.
He did. He was just sitting there and he wasn't even panting or nothing. He was just,
Let me tell you about Hill 301. He's got that look in his eye that Vietnam vets have from getting too fucking stoned.
He's seen some shit and some stuff.
My buddy, Toto, lost his leg.
He was from Kansas.
He chewed it off.
Got caught in a trap.
Damn it, Charlie, I'll never forgive you.
And Toto never forgives your ass either.
Because when it rains down in Africa.
Okay.
Toto.
Oh, yeah.
Very high class fucking 80s pop song reference here on the Generation Cap.
I miss the weed out in Oregon. It's the song, jackass. Think about it, Africa by Toto.
Yeah, but
I like my lyrics better.
If you were to go out to Oregon, though, and get weed, you have to fight all the fucking hippies for it, so.
No, you just go down to the fucking store and buy it. They legalized that shit.
Oregon did? Like, just for medical use or for, like, recreational?
Like, recreational, whatever.
For, like, the same as Colorado?
Yeah.
Then why does Colorado get so much more press than what other places get?
It just passed on like a month or two ago.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they voted.
But I can imagine that Colorado is still going to get way more press still than Oregon ever will for whatever fucking reason.
It's because fucking, Colorado's fucking lefty central, man.
And the Mile High City.
Yeah. Which, fuck that. Man, you can't breathe in that goddamn town.
I've been up through the Appalachians.
Yeah. And
yeah, it does get a little bit harder to breathe up there, but I don't know. I've never been through fucking Denver or Colorado or any of that shit.
Fuck all that. Dude, that traffic. Oh my God, that fucking traffic.
I don't want to imagine that.
6 lanes. 6 fucking lanes. And I mean, they are packed.
Like, all right. Like, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 6 lanes?
Like, 6 on both sides.
Oh, so a 12-lane highway.
Pretty much. I mean, just goddamn traffic. As far as you can see, toll roads out the ass. You are paying money. It seems like, yeah. Yeah, there's toll roads all over the fucking place.
Are they private or are they...
I think so.
Okay, so like there's a lot of private road
yeah. All I know is
builders.
All I know is we paid the fuck out of that area.
Dude, I wonder, like, I'm going to have to look up the legal stuff on this now because you just sparked my interest. Mm-hmm. Yet again, a little bit of a JP Lunchbox is popping off. I'm like, what will it take to make a private highway or a public highway private? Like, do you go out and buy them? Or
no, people buy the land. They just build the fucking road, get the access permits, and boom, they got a fucking toll road.
Really?
Yeah.
So if your way was quicker...
Yeah, people would use it, be willing to pay the money. I mean, there's a place in England I was reading about. It's like a toll road that ain't but like fucking 2 miles long. Huh. Because it cuts through like, I can't remember how many fucking miles off your trip. You know, and these people literally built it across their fucking farmland. Yeah.
So, they have all this land. That could be like that might have been their investment strategy, like way back in the day, like when they first paved the roads. Be like, and the queen needs your land. No, queen, go fuck herself, mate. And then,
speaking of the queen, we've got to bring this up in a minute. That fucking nice little video that they found.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But that could have been like their strategy the entire time, and tell them to build around their land and add like fucking 30 miles on this trip, and then years later, we're like, we can make some money at this. Capitalism.
Hell yeah. Which I don't blame them. Shit.
No, I don't either. Like if I had the opportunity to, like if someone wanted to build a road, like from where my driveway is to
in the back.
Yeah, to in the back, I'd be like, yeah, fucking do it. Toll road.
Yeah, what do I get out of it? Yeah. Well, speaking about the queen, I was just going to throw this out there because it's fucking hilarious. That video of her as a kid doing the fucking Nazi salute. Ha, 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 ha. That is fucking funny.
When
was it supposed to be? Like 1933 or some shit?
Yeah. Because she was around 20, so it was like 1950 something when she was made queen.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a kid, like a little kid.
Yeah, it might have been too, like, I don't know the exact context of the video. Was there, like, any audio?
No, there was pictures, like clips from a video.
Well, they could have been,
it was supposedly Edward the VIII, I think it was, teaching her the Nazi salute and shit.
I'm surprised it wasn't the fucking former prime minister before Edward Churchill. Neville Chamberlain.
You know, they all had their nose in that shit.
Mr. Hand Hitler, whatever the fuck he wants. I heard the speech, or the beginning part of the speech that Neville Chamberlain gave after allowing the Nazis to take the Czech Republic, or Czechoslovakia. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't call Hitler Adolf Hitler. Okay. He calls him the High Chancellor, the Fuhrer, Heil Hitler.
Really?
Neville Chamberlain in a speech to Great Britain.
Of course.
Thank you, Sean Hannity bump.
God. That asshole.
That was like the beginnings of like one of his bumps. And I was like...
Really?
I was like, fucking really?
Well... I love history, though. I love seeing goofy shit like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, when you saw it, you're like, well, yeah, no shit, this happened, you know?
When the fuck else are you able to, like, see this shit? Honestly.
You won't. You won't. Do you think they're going to advertise it? Do you think the Bush is going to say, hey, go look in the Prescott?
Fool me once.
Shame on
you. Fool me twice. Wait, can't fool me again.
Oh, dude, you want to watch you want to watch a fucked up movie? Watch that movie, W.
I have.
Oh my God.
How like the hallucination that he has at the end about like you ruined it for Jeb. I was like,
yeah, fuck Jeb too.
Dude, I was watching like top like political stuttering or awkward political speech moments where it was like
yeah,
and like 3 of them were George W. Bush, and I think number 1 was George W. Bush as well. And watching that, I was like, I miss you silly little fucker. Like I would much rather have someone like incompetent that doesn't do that much damage than someone incompetent that fucking ruins every goddamn thing.
He did some damage.
Oh yeah, he did some damage.
He ripped his country and you asshole.
But he didn't fucking give the fucking nukes to the Iranians, for Christ's sakes. Like, you know, Obama might as well like handed them to him gift wrapped.
And don't forget his little statement the other day about the training of ISIL.
Oh yeah, and they got they trained. All right. The whole Syrian rebels things. I was listening to this.
Oh my God.
Apparently, I can't even get it out because it's such an absurd fucking thing. Do you know how many people they were able to say that they were able to successfully train? Just give me a ballpark number.
600.
1/10.
60. 60 out of the whole fucking country.
60. These are the people that like they were able to train 60 rebels.
Oh, your tax dollars at work, folks.
60.
Oh my God! And what the fuck are we even?
That's not even like a battalion. All right,
That's ridiculous.
You have like a couple of squadrons. Come the fuck on, man. You might be able to fill up one small plane with all of them rebels.
Yeah. These guys might be able to hold a small town. That's it.
They might be able to hold a sheep's herder's field if they're lucky. If the other side doesn't have one guy who's a really good shot.
Shit like that, man. I don't even know what the fuck we're doing overseas. And I'm really to the point now, I don't care.
No.
You know? Because it's all a game. It really is. All that bullshit's a game. And I don't even know how to get into it. Because I don't want to get into a big, deep discussion, on shit like that.
No, I just want to...
It's a quagmire, dude.
It always has been
all
over
of
there.
It.
Ever since, like, fucking Lawrence of Arabia, it's been a fucking quagmire over there.
Yeah.
And it's just been, like... I was talking... I think it was to Geek Preacher was telling me about this. Because we had a conversation one day about radical Islamist. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that back, I think, in the 90s... Islam seemed like a very different religion than the religion that it seems like today.
Yeah.
He had a friend or knew someone or an acquaintance to someone who was, very Muslim. Mm-hmm. But the Muslims, much like the Jews and the Christians, didn't take their religion as seriously, it seemed back then, because like this Muslim ate bacon and shit and like was just super chill about things. And
yeah.
And now it's like the Jews and Jews now, like, it's like, fuck it, I'll wear cotton and nylon fucking mixed things and fucking eating kosher is hard as shit.
Well, what I think it is that these people are like the fucking hardcore Baptist holy roly type assholes we have here. It's their version of this shit.
Yeah, but I mean... Maybe, I haven't seen Baptist as hardcore as what I have Pentecostals.
Well, yeah.
Like, that's the thing, like, Pentecostals, like, some of their shit is almost Sharia.
Yeah.
In nature, like women can't cut their hair and
those Baptist jackasses behind me.
Well...
if they, dude... They might as well be a bunch of fucking Muslims.
Well, they look like
craziness.
They look like a bunch of like what Pentecostals, what they normally do.
Yeah,
because like there was some deep Pentecostal girls that went to fucking high school with me.
Yeah, I went to school with one that fucking like completely dyked out, went fucking nuts, smoked weed and drank as soon as she turned 18.
This one,
got tattoos, all that shit.
This one wore those jean dresses, like I see those girls over in Mahaja wear, and that was the first time I didn't even know they made those.
I don't know.
Like, what is the fucking point of blue jean long dresses? What is the point of blue jean dresses? Period.
I don't fucking know, man.
That material is made to move, not to restrict. Because if you put it like that, it will fucking restrict your ass.
I don't know. I'm willing to just give it up to them as just a sign of their craziness.
I just had something. I just had an idea pop through my head. Can you imagine a Southern mummy? Okay, instead
wrapped
of
in the finest of
rhinestone denim, wrapped. Because that's what it made me think of, like the way that they have to walk in that shit. Mm-hmm. Dude, it looks like a fucking. They just hopped out of a sarcophagus and I was like, "Fuck, it's denim!" and fucking had to shuffle down the street.
Oh my goodness!
And booty don't look good in those.
There is
booty don't look good in that.
Maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe that's the whole idea is that they're wanting to. It's almost like a lighter version of those fucking towels that the women wear over there,
dude.
In Sandland,
Dude, speaking of things worn on heads, I actually seen a hot Amish girl the other day.
That I wouldn't doubt.
It was
This almost starts like a joke about the farmer's daughter.
Okay, dude, the Amish that we have to the south of us have you ever seen like any of their women?
Mm-hmm.
Like 90% of their women are butt fucking ugly.
Yeah.
And then like that.
Yeah.
Like weirdly obese, like they carry it well, but you know that she could kick your ass if she wasn't a pacifist because she has forearms bigger than what I have.
Yeah, some corn-fed bitches.
From working out in the field all day.
Yeah.
Like no sense of daintiness whatsoever. I don't even know how the guy can muster up enough to like fucking dump a load off in her to be able to make these 30 kids.
Wedding
Holy
sheets, dude.
fucking shit.
Wedding sheets.
What the fuck is wedding sheets?
It's a sheet with a hole cut in the center of it, and they throw it over the fucking wife, and that way he doesn't see her nudity or nothing, and he just sticks his dick through the hole.
They do that.
I swear to God, it's a thing. Wedding sheets are a thing. You can fucking look it up.
I could imagine Amish sex is the most vanilla thing. Dude,
Yeah.
now I want to see Amish porn.
Oh my God.
I want to know if there's such a thing as Amish porn. I think I would sit there and watch a full length, not even jerk off to it. Like, this is scientific research. I have to know what the Amish look like when they're boning.
The hairy legs. Oh my God. Ugh.
Well, I have to know their technique. What do they do? Is it just straight missionary the entire time, or do they switch it up a little bit?
I guess.
Is there such a thing as fellatio or cunnilingus in the Amish world? These are the questions that I have. If there is an Amish person that will never fucking hear this right now, please respond to our email or our Twitter.
Yeah,
I have to know this.
We're going to get a scroll sealed with wax
from Brother Ishmael.
Exactly.
Brother Ishmael.
First
Yoder.
First dooming us to hell, and then answering our questions,
and then calling us sodomites and shit like that.
You stupid English.
It's like, all I want to know is how you guys bone. That's it. Is that such a hard question to get answered? And I can't do it at work. Because like this is the only time that I see like fucking Mennonites and the Amish.
Yeah.
So like I can't pull one of those guys up to the side by his suspenders and be like,
"Look, man, pure science. I've got to know.
How do you guys like?
Do y'all like?
And then like make the motion.
No, just ask me. Do y'all like when y'all do it? Do y'all get like freaky deaky or
do you?
Oh yeah, she rubs the fucking cream all over herself. We get out by the beehive
Do
and
they
get
use-
some of that honey.
Do they use butter as lube then? Do they churn their own lube? That's another question.
So maybe he churns her butter.
I don't. Dude, how ugly some of those guys are. I don't see how they even they get a lady boner.
Oh my God. Oh,
Because dude, they all start balding at around the age of 14.
really?
It seems like it. Like you go up there, you're like, if they're not blonde, they're bald. Like that's the thing about the Amish. And if they're blonde, they all creepily look the same, like they're from like another planet.
Really?
Well,
Maybe it's just a group of them, like one family,
well, all right.
and they like all inbred or something.
You know those roofers that worked on the house across the street from you? They were Mennonite or Amish or whatever.
Yeah.
And they all looked the same. They all had the same haircut.
Mhm.
Okay. I saw more people like this. Maybe they were related to them. Maybe they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
They looked exactly like that, and there was more of them.
Well, have you
They're
noticed?
just different heights.
Well,
Like
you
that's the
notice,
weird
like,
thing.
Certain families around here, the whole fucking family will look alike.
I don't pay that much attention to shit.
There's a few families around here, like the old families that have been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking look alike. So maybe it's a case of same kind of shit.
Just their genetics for their looks runs. Well, I don't know. I look exactly like my father, so.
Well, yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's all. I can't name anyone else in my family.
Mm-hmm.
At least on my mother's side, that looks. You can tell like they're related,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't look exactly the same. Like what
Yeah.
I've seen with these people. Like what the fuck is it? Just like close genetic ties or
Some severe inbreeding or...
well, no, severe inbreeding happens in fucking Eastern Kentucky with those people that are blue.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But it makes you wonder, though.
It does.
Yeah.
Like how. Like, they don't bring new people into the fold that often, so how do they find, like, new mates? Like, how do they do that? How does this work? Like, I just want to go up to the bar and be like, how are you people still here? Because the Inuits are dying out.
Yeah.
They're eventually just like, dude, and mixed, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to slander an entire people like this, but I doubt anyone in fucking bumfuck Alaska is going to be listening to this. And if they do, I severely apologize.
And
but
at the same time, I say thank you for listening to our program.
Yeah, I do. But have you ever seen like someone that's half Inuit, half white?
No.
They are ugly as sin itself. You know how far apart Susie's eyeballs are?
Oh yeah, from Grumps.
It's about further than that. And they're pale. Like, they're super pale, and then they have, like, weird tinted hair. Like, it'd be like a burnt orange, but, like, darker. Mm-hmm. Dude, it is fucking bizarre, because they look like they're from another world.
That's crazy.
Like you look at Asians, and they're like, yeah, Asians. And then, or fucking any other race.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at every group, though. Every group, regions, they have their own look.
Yeah, and they all have, like, their own form of ugly.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but
what I'm getting at, you look at Japan, they have their own look. Chinese people have their own look.
Yeah.
Vietnamese, Korean. Every one of them is different.
And
you can even tell certain groups of whites.
Yeah.
You can.
But, all right, you can tell, or you can tell that that there's cuter, like, mixed Chinese and white guys. Mm-hmm. Right? But, God damn, like, they don't need to mate with white people, for Christ's sakes, because it just turns them fucking ugly as shit.
Well,
dude,
in that, all I can say is they can do what they please.
I had a negative boner. Okay,
what I'm saying, they can do as they please, but I see your point.
No wonder they're going extinct, because they're fucking ugly. Like, once they start like mixing with.
Well, then again, though, I'm sure one of them would look at you and go, "God damn, look at you, you pasty skinned motherfucker."
Oh yeah, look at you, you fucking slightly tan Mexican looking fat shit. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure in their own culture they look at their women and they see the beauty. I mean, why wouldn't they?
I guess that's why Russians have to have vodka. Because, like, old school Russian women, you've seen, like, the Venus of Russia, how it was, like, the chubby chick in the kitchen with, like, all the food around her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they had to invent vodka. It's so, like, the Russian population would go up instead of declining steadily. That's what Inuits need to do. They need to make their own form of hooch that isn't elephant blubber based, I swear to fucking Christ.
Well, I'm absolutely certain, though, that alcohol was invented by a married man. A married man invented alcohol. At some point, he eats some rotten fruit or something, got loopy, and he's like, all right, I can half-ass tolerate her now.
Or he was sitting outside looking at his lawn like Sam Kinison, and a fucking a raccoon had walked by that had just had just ate. Had just ate some fermented berries, and was like, that raccoon looks like it's having much more fun than what I am.
I'm going to go find some of these berries.
I'll find some of these berries. Raccoon took him right to him, and there you go. The invention of alcohol.
I've seen drunk animals. I was talking about, I'm talking about naturally drunk. I had a goat one time. He'd eat the fucking apples under the apple tree.
The ones that have been sitting for a while?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
And it become a thing. We had to keep his ass away from the apple tree. That son of a bitch would get drunk and get fucking mean. And you have never in your life ever seen a pissed off, mean, drunk goat.
Well, I thought that goats would have a better demeanor when they got drunk. I didn't know they were going to turn into the angry. Are goats Irish?
Oh, he was very Irish.
Answer me that question, you fucking Mick. A goat's Irish?
Well, just trust me. I went out there to go get his ass this one day in particular.
Holy crap.
All right.
This is just going to be bad all the way around.
It is. I went out there. I was going to move him because what we did was we hobbled him. We had a chain on him. And he had a collar, man, like a big-ass dog collar.
Yeah.
And we had a big-ass log chain hooked to him. And we'd hooked up 4 big fucking cinder blocks. And that big motherfucker would drag him cinder blocks around. But it'd hobble him up. He wouldn't run very far with it. I had to go out there and get him out from under the fucking apple tree. That son of a bitch was drunk and stumbling, and I could just see it in his eyes. His eyes were all fucking watery. Buh.
Buh.
Oh, God.
Motherfucker.
This
Buh, motherfucker. Buh.
This fucking goat's drunk as shit. And I'm out there trying to pull him by that. And, dude, he turned around and butted my ass.
Just belligerent.
Dude just raised up on 2 fucking feet. And, I mean, pow!
Dude,
just got my ass.
That would have been the perfect time, like if you were facing him, to grab my like the face and just tilt him over. Because like, what is he can't regain his balance that quickly if he's drunk. At least I can't.
Yeah, he was stumbling drunk.
Yeah. So of course he would have went right over on his side and would have tried that shit again. He would probably have just laid there and like, fuck it, I'm gonna nap.
Well, it ended up with me grabbing him by the fucking horns, and, like screaming, "Come here, you cocksucker!" and dragging that son of a bitch.
You should have rode him.
Shit.
Dude, if that
motherfucker would have fucked me up, I tried to jump on his back.
If you would have rode him like into town or something, you would have gotten like arrested for riding under the influence. Because your goat's drunk.
You know that's actually happened?
Really?
There was a fucking dude one time. I was reading about it. They pulled him over. All right? Because this cowboy, he was drunk as shit. And they also charged him because his horse was drunk.
I just spit in my pop filter. I wasn't expecting that one.
You imagine?
If you're on a sober animal, okay?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to get arrested for drunkenly driving because the animal can make decisions that will keep you from
the horse knows the way
fucking
home.
up. Yeah,
the horse will take me right to the house.
Like I can imagine back in the day, they just like fucking threw a drunkard over his horse and slapped its ass, and it went right to his house.
Mm-hmm.
But why, if this is your ride into town, if this is your great idea to avoid a DUI, why would you get the horse drunk too?
Fuck if I know, man. I mean, fuck if I know. I mean, why the hell did I get that dog drunk at time? We were emptying out like. Every time somebody'd finish their empties, we were drinking cans, and there's always that shit in the bottom. Well, this dude, he's still here in town, but he had this pickup, and it had a trailer hitch in the back of the bed. And there was this depression, and we would just lean over and pour out all the suds and shit in the base of that little depression.
Just to be assholes?
Well, no, I mean, we were fucking with the dog at first.
Oh, okay.
And, dude, there was like 12 people fucking drinking. I mean, there's a bunch of fucking empties laying everywhere. That little dog jumped up there and he would drink. Poor fucking dog.
Did he end up puking?
He might have later. He didn't when I seen him, but the little fucking dog would take off running and he'd be running sideways.
What kind of dog was
fucking
it?
Staggering. A little terrier looking thing, almost like a Toto but different.
Like Skip.
Like who?
You never seen my dog Skip with Frankie Muniz?
No.
It was like, all right, it's like I think it's a wire hair terrier, Skip.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But my dog Skip or Skip, I forgot what.
I've never even heard of this movie.
But it's the classic kid and his dog story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like nothing too thrilling happened. It's just one of those things like. The teacher puts on when they're hungover and they're like, fuck, I don't want to teach today. Here, watch my dog Skip. Don't cry at the end, you little fags.
Well, you want to cry watching a dog movie. Go watch you some Old Yeller.
Or,
dude, I have seen grown-ass men cry over Old Yeller.
That's the test that they had to do to figure out whether or not someone's a psychopath or not. That's what they should have done with James Holmes.
Make him watch Old Yeller?
Yeah, if he cried, fucking... He's guilty.
Yeah.
He's guilty, but sane. But if he didn't cry, he'd be like, insanity.
I remember being a kid. Dude, as a kid, when I watched that, I was like 8-year-old. I actually got pissed off at my fucking parents. Why did you make me watch this fucking movie? I mean, I was happy all through the movie. It's just a good dog movie. Yay, good movie. Good. What? Oh my God, he's got to shoot the dog. Oh,
you remember where the red ferns grow?
Oh yeah.
Okay. When the bully dies at the end, you're supposed to feel bad about it.
Bullshit.
I didn't fucking one bit. I was like, "Good, you old dipshit."
Yeah.
You got what was coming to you.
Yeah. And what's fucked up with me? I read the book and shit too when I was younger. But I remember the movie definitely. I was like, good. I'm glad the son of a bitch fell on that fucking hatchet.
What a fucking dumbass. God damn it.
Such a dumbass that makes you stutter at
I
it.
feel like goddamn Porky the Pig. This is going to be on Watch Mojo Top 10 podcast stutters. Lunchbox episode 18. Generation Gap. There's always like I've noticed there's always like a few sections of our podcast where I just like
Oh yeah. At least it ain't like me sometimes where I lock completely up. Which has happened more than a couple of times.
The editing magic that you do to cut out all the times when we're both like, oh fuck, I can't remember that thing. Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes where there's like at least 2-minute spans of us like trying to think of something like really hard. We're surrounded right now by things that are connected to the internet. We can easily look it up. But no. We're stubborn and we're like, fuck it, I'm gonna remember this if it fucking kills me.
Damn right. Because it fucking drives me nuts to have to look shit up. I mean, for real, dude. I get pissed off when I have to go to Google or something and start looking.
The only site that I don't feel bad about using is IMDb.
Yeah.
Because I see someone in one thing and I'm like, were they in this too? And I look it up and I'm like, no, they weren't.
Well, my problem is next thing I know, I'm in the goddamn forum reading everybody's opinions and... I'll be 10 pages in, and all of a sudden it's like, God damn it, I don't give a fuck about these people's opinions.
I've had to break myself from going on the Wikipedia rampages.
Oh God,
where it ends up like 20 pages, and then you find yourself like 2 hours later, it's like, why am I still reading about Hitler?
Exactly, or you start to read about something, and you are 7 degrees removed from that shit.
And like you barely have read the article. Like you skip, like it's like 3 sections in, and you see someone's name that interests you. You click that one or open a new tab, and then you read another 3 sections in. You didn't fucking finish that shit, and then you click on another tab. That is the devil. If Wikipedia could just like make money off of like the clicks that people do on other people's names without having to scroll down to the bottom of the page, like if it was 5 cents a thing, they would have $1 bajillion.
Tell me about it.
Like they could fix the deficit with no problem.
I've been looking at something stupid. I'll be looking at just you can almost pick anything. You know, I'm looking up a fucking Chevy Astro van. I'm looking that up, and the next thing you know, 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, I'm looking at like, how the fuck did I get to tube worms around fucking thermal vents at the bottom of the ocean? What the fuck?
How did this happen?
Yeah.
Have you ever played the I think it's either 5 or 3 Degrees to Hitler Wikipedia game? For those of you who don't know, what you do is you go to Wikipedia and you hit random page over and over until you land on Adolf Hitler or something Nazi related. And normally, I don't know fucking why or how, it usually ends up within 3 to 5 turns, and it's like Adolf Hitler or the Third Reich.
Something, yeah.
Heinrich Himmler. And you're like, what the fuck, Wikipedia? What the fuck?
It's like, what was 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, it's 3 to 5 degrees of Adolf Hitler.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've fell down that hole a few times of looking shit up. But I love it sometimes, though, because I love the connections.
Yeah.
When you begin to realize the history of something, and you can follow it back, and you're like, oh my God, this comes about because of something 1,000 fucking years ago.
But then you don't even like read the entire article that you clicked from in the first place. It's like learning by excerpt, pretty much.
Well, see, sometimes I'm bad about it. I'll click it in the background. Read the rest of the article I was at, and then go to the other one and read that whole fucking thing.
Fucking Christ, how I described earlier is how I read Wikipedia. The horrible thing, though, the horrible thing to do is when you end up on like one of the Wikia pages, like one of the things that aren't Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, today I'm going to learn about Chaozu from Dragon Ball. Holy fuck, how did I end up here in just the action figures pages? I'm not even that many pages removed from Chaozu.
It's like Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, you end up in a fucking quagmire there.
Well, what the fuck happens to that, though? Now that all this shit isn't canon, what the fuck happens to Wikipedia? It's not canon anymore.
Good question.
How the fuck are they going to
That reminds me, has anyone looked up on Memory Alpha about the Chakotay episode?
I've looked some more since then and just seen where people mention it. You know, just having those memories.
Yeah, because that seems like it would be a thing on... Is it called Memory Alpha?
Yeah, I think so. Star Trek wiki.
Yeah,
I think it is. I said I've looked since then and just seen mention more people, you know, that they say they remember it.
That's craziness. But going back to the Wikipedia thing, dude, I don't even fucking know. To those of you who are in college or in high school, possibly listen to this, I have a little tip for you in your little essay writing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a fucking dumb high schooler will use Wikipedia.
Yeah.
All right, a
smart high schooler,
a well-versed person going for his graduate's degree will use the references that are down there at the bottom of Wikipedia.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta use to make a good term paper, you little shit. All right, since I got that out of the way, I feel like I've done my community service for the goddamn year. Well, no, my community service for the goddamn year is telling people how to, not get busted with a hooker, but...
well, that works too.
Yeah. I am helping the public here.
A public service message. Which is another big one. One, who the fuck gives a damn if you're out with a hooker? We've talked about that shit before. Why the hell's that even an issue?
Okay.
I mean, honestly.
First off, it shouldn't because it helps small business.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows that if you help small local business, you help out all the business around you.
Exactly.
So, like, for every dollar that you spend at small business will touch, I think they said, either 7 to 9 different hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, every dollar that you spend with that hooker will touch 7 to 9 different hands of local businesses, like giving a boom to the economy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, put it this way. People have no problem if you pay a plumber to go clean your pipes. But you pay a hooker to clean the pipes, and somehow that's wrong.
It's two totally different things. But could end up with the same bodily fluids.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
And depending on the hooker, the same equipment.
I was about to say the same tools, but there you go. Yeah. Where does this monkey wrench go? You know where to goddamn put it.
Well, dude, there's an old fucking joke. It's always been one of my favorites. Do you know how you rebuild a whore?
How?
You stick you stick a ham in her pussy and pull out the bone.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
She must have done some Kegel calisthenics or some shit.
I don't know. Have you ever run across a girl with a big old twat?
Like a giant one?
A giant, yes, a giant.
Like a gaping hole.
Like the mouth of a goddamn sandworm from Dune.
like the Starlag.
Exactly. Yeah.
Been
years back. Been years back. I was with a chick.
I take that back.
And I remember we started to go to it. And it was a moment of like looking down. What the fuck is this? It felt like I was sticking my dick in a wet burlap sack.
You look down at it and here it was. It was just gaping. And you're like, what is this? And all of a sudden you're...
Yeah. And fucking Boba's in there screaming for help.
No, that's just the sound that it's making as like whatever's in there is trying to cut its way out. I found this lightsaber in this hole. All of a sudden, fucking Luke pops out of it. You just fought a Wampa.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I thought they smelt bad on the outside.
Yeah.
Oh.
God. That's awful.
Only the highest quality of stank pussy Star Wars jokes.
Yeah, we're going to put that on one of the ads sometime.
Yeah.
The highest quality of stank pussy Star Wars jokes.
So, the question that I asked you last time about Oprah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No.
This shit again.
Have we came up with like other scenarios?
Yeah.
That's something I think we need to do like when we get a guest on that we could fuck with.
Yeah.
Is to have like a 30-minute like extra session where we do nothing but play that game. We set it up beforehand, like we know we're gonna have a certain guest, and we just ask them like, go ahead and do a whole write up.
Oh my god!
Of all like the different like, would you?
So should one of them automatically be? Would you go down on Oprah for a fucking 2006 Explorer?
For a plain white 2006 Explorer. It should be. That should be the opening question. That should be the icebreaker, so that nothing can be as bad as that.
I don't know. Can we get Kato Kalin to drive it? Make it a Bronco instead? Big white Bronco?
Only if you hold a gun to your head. You have to. And it has to be through Los Angeles at a slow rate of speed.
Do you know something I missed for years? I waited for this. I just knew it was going to happen. I kept wanting to see it. My life would have been fucking complete before Michael Jackson died. Okay?
Okay.
I wanted to see Michael Jackson in a slow speed chase across Los Angeles in the Ronald McDonald shoe car with Bubbles the fucking chimp driving. It come from a dream, dude. I swear to God, I had a dream where I was watching it on television.
I just had that in my head.
Could you imagine?
I can imagine. That's one of the few things that were just as you were telling me about it was a vividly painted across the landscape that is my mind.
I'd love to see a cartoon of it. Him looking out the back glass, going, "Y'all ignorant! Go away! Y'all ignorant!
Y'all got doo doo in your soul." Dude, Christ.
I waited for years. Just honest to God, I waited for years for that.
Now the only thing about is Aesop Rock and Blockhead. They did this thing for MTV Online, and one of the guests they had like on this like makeshift public access shows, was a woman with a monkey, like a little monkey.
Okay.
And Aesop was like, "What do they call this? Monkey?" And like, yes, it's a monkey. So he was like, "So that thing's alive?" "Yes, it's very much alive." He was like, "I'm going to feed it a grape." He takes a grape off the table and feeds it to the monkey and he's like, "This is the greatest moment of my life."
Oh my God.
I want to feed a monkey.
Why?
I think that'd be a cool thing to do, just to feed a monkey.
I think Jay and Silent Bob was right. Why would you have a monkey?
No, my mom had a monkey.
To teach it to smoke.
Oh. I don't know if she taught it to smoke, but my mom had a monkey.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got to get her to tell that story sometime because she was
Did she mail order it or?
I don't know how she got it. Like
they used to send them through the mail.
All I can think of now is like my mom was the dealer off of Grandma's Boy, like
a karate monkey.
Yeah, well, my mom probably one time might have been that dude, just to show me like, Lunchbox, Mom, why are you putting up your Christmas tree? It's festive.
It's July.
It is? Get the fuck out!
Well, dude, they used to actually send monkeys through the mail.
How can
you could order them from the back of comic books.
You're fucking shitting me.
I am not. You could order a monkey, a capuchin monkey, through the fucking like comic books. They would put it in like this fucking little box, and he'd be like trussed up. You know, like they put him in a fucking straitjacket and mail him to you.
So it's fucking mail order monkey.
Well, to this day, you can still order fucking chickens that way. You can order live chickens. There is rules at the post office for sending live chickens.
You gotta be fucking shitting me.
Nope. There's actual rules. You go up to the post office. There is rules about sending live chickens, like little baby fucking chickens, through the mail. Now
I have to look this up. Great, you're now sending me on one of the Wikipedia quagmires because I just looked up a man's account of ordering a live monkey from a comic book ad. And now I'm going to look for rules of sending a live chicken
through the mail.
This should fuck up my Google suggestions all up.
Like the way you used to fuck up my YouTube suggestions all the time.
On purpose, too, for fun and shit. Oh, my God. I was like, watch that new Nicki Minaj video. And you're like, no, I don't want it. And I was like,
watch it.
It's got ass in it. And you're like,
I don't give a shit.
It's like, I want you for the ass. And you're like, oh.
And for the next 6 months, I got fucking crap suggestions.
It was all Vivo. Holy shit, a list of 526 mailable items.
Mailable live animals.
Live bees? Clams. Holy fucking shit. Old poultry. Dude.
I told you. Well, you think I was pulling that shit out of my ass?
Well, I believed you about that, but holy fucking shit. Clams? Scorpions?
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to open a box and it be full of fucking scorpions.
Small, harmless cold-blooded animals, small harmless cold-blooded animals, except for snakes, turtles, and turtle eggs, are mailable. That means I can send a salamander to the mail. How the fuck?
You imagine actually opening a box and honest to God, that son of a bitch was like a hive of bees.
All right. Here are the rules for mailing a salamander or something. Like baby crocodiles, baby caimans, chameleons, frogs, lizards, newts, reptiles, amphibians, salamanders, tadpoles, and toads. Must be able to reach the destination in a good condition in normal transit time between the mailing and the post address points.
Yeah.
Must not require any food, water, or attention during transport.
Mm-hmm.
Must not create sanitary problems. And must not create obnoxious odor. How the fuck do you get away with this? You can send fucking goldfish in the mail. This is... Dead animals are parts of animals.
Well, yeah. Well, they've been doing that forever with fucking people.
Dead bodies... The dead bodies or parts thereof. What a way to start out a sentence on USPS.gov.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The dead bodies or parts thereof. If I just leave out the rest of this, are acceptable for mailing only when lawfully killed or taken.
Yeah. Well, think about it though. You would never question the idea of sending, like, smoked sausages or ham through the mail, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
That's a fucking dead animal part there.
Yeah, and it's processed.
Processed? What the hell processed? You let the shit dry. You salt it and dry it.
Oh, yeah, beef jerky and all that other shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, say, for argument's sake here, you kill... a wildebeest, yak, antelope, something fucking huge.
Okay.
All right. You field dress it, but you're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Montana.
Okay.
Could you do like the GIs used to do, like send them parts of the Jeep back at a time and send yourself parts of the yak or moose or whatever back at a time?
Why not? If you was putting it in like cold boxes.
Could you imagine like doing the whole crate shipment of just field dressed buffalo and sending it back to yourself?
I guess if you had a legal tag that you had legally killed this buffalo and you paid the freight.
That is the funniest thing I have heard today.
Well, I mean,
like this is not one of those things that goes through your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because there are very few times that I've ever thought of. Well, I don't think I've ever thought of mailing a live animal to the mail. Like, I read something about FedEx. Like, someone FedExed a turtle to themselves the next day, and it took it a fucking week to get to their house. Yeah, poor turtle, bro.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that was the thing that you could do then. Like, I thought you just went to a fucking pet store and you picked it up and, like, boom, you had fucking turtle.
What about the hilarity? The hilarity that could come from actually sending by someone a genuine barrel of monkeys.
Must not create a sanitary or odor issue.
I know, we're sealing motherfuckers up.
You would have...
we got a barrel of pissed off, shaking monkeys?
Dude, okay. Could you imagine being the guy at the other end of that? Like the guy that has...
Oh my God!
like it arrives to your house and it's moving slightly. It's a barrel. It's a pretty... Let's say
a big wood barrel,
let's say it's a big bastard. It has about like 20 macaques in it, okay? Or better yet, like 20... Let's just say 5 chimpanzees. So they're large and they're pissed. And they're strong enough to like tear your flesh from your fucking muscles.
It's got baboons. Pissed off fucking face ripping baboons.
5 pissed off baboons in a barrel just arrives at your doorstep. Here's gonna be another.
Even better. It's a former Jack Daniels barrel, and somebody left about 3 gallons of booze in the bottom of it.
So this is gonna be one of the questions that we ask our guest.
Okay.
If you are on the receiving end of an old Jack Daniels full of 3 gallons of liquor with 5 angry baboons in it, would you return it to sender, or would you open it, or would you burn it right then?
I'd open it, because what's more fun than a barrel of monkeys?
A barrel of face-ripping, drunken, angry, South African, drug lord trained baboons.
The fucking guardian monkeys, the ones they use for like...
Yeah. Those. The ones that are like trained to kill. They're drunk and they're belligerent and been shaken for 5 days.
Oh my god. These aren't karate monkeys. These are soccer hoodlum monkeys.
This goes, I think, even beyond soccer hoodlum.
Oh man.
These are like LA riots monkeys.
I think one of them jumps out and he's wearing a Raiders shirt. He's pissed off. He's gonna whoop somebody's ass.
It's a Raiders shirt like circa '93 too. Like it's like from the Rodney King riots because it's just landing over there in South Africa.
Yeah, they're recycled culture.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching that shit live on television, dude. And I can remember watching it and just being blown the fuck away. Just, wow. You know, that the city's ripping itself apart.
Yeah.
And then laughed like a fucking loon. Dude, it was almost enjoyable.
Well, it's primetime television.
When I was laughing.
It's better than Jerry Springer.
It is. And this was like, what, Jerry Springer's heyday, you know, when it first started.
Yeah.
And, dude, to watch those fucking Korean store owners...
When they had that on the shotgun?
Oh, yeah. They were shooting the shit out of people, boy. That shit was hilarious.
Dude.
And I mean, that sounds terrible. It's just somebody getting shot or shot at. It's hilarious. But I don't blame them. You got a whole fucking city tearing itself apart. I could see some store owners saying, no, you're not coming in my fucking block and tearing shit up. Fuck you.
Yeah, I remember coming over to your house when the Ferguson riots were just starting, like, and they were hitting their peak.
And I had the command center there in the floor looking at 1,400 pages open, live streams, watching CNN.
Yeah, I went over to the Gleek's house one night, and
I love me some inner city riots.
And I come over here.
That's good TV.
And he's sitting in his floor. And he's got like a fan, like right on his right on his Linux box.
Yeah.
And he has 6 different tabs open and switching in between them all. All of them will live stream. His computer is just trying to crunch the numbers as quickly as it can.
My poor computer was shitting its britches, boy.
And I was like, hey man, what are you doing? He was like, watching riots. I was like, oh, I guess that's the thing that we're going to be doing tonight. Yeah, we just kept up with it the entire time.
Oh, yeah. I'd sit and watch that shit, dude. I watch, like, the Baltimore crap, and I don't know what it is. I'll get to watching that shit. I love the live streamer guys. The ones that actually go out, get in the crowds, see what people are actually doing. But you know what it's crazy. Watch CNN at the same time you're watching the live stream. You'll get both sides of the picture.
Yeah.
And I have seen CNN purposely avoid the cops acting like fucking idiots. I watched this one time. It was, I'm trying to remember. I think it was Revolutionary Z and some other people.
Yeah.
And they were at this fucking restaurant. And the fucking cops, man, were just like, fuck you. We're going to just come right in and we're going to fucking mace everybody. Everybody get the fuck out.
In the restaurant?
Yeah. And the restaurant owner was like, no, fuck you. This is my restaurant, and I give every one of these people permission to be here.
Yeah.
This is a safe zone for the media. CNN come up with a helicopter. There was a face-off, man. I mean, out in the street before this. CNN come up with a helicopter. I could see the dude on the ground live streaming, and I was like, oh, that's fucking cool, you know? When all this shit, they begin to, I guess, realize that the cops are in the fucking wrong here. CNN fucked off.
Yeah.
CNN fucked off. That story did not exist anymore. And I watched that shit for another good 3.5 hours where they were fucking just macing people and
just all in that restaurant. Remember?
Yeah. And it got to the point, I mean, this woman, I remember the woman walking out with her lawyer. Her fucking lawyer walked out. And right there in front of the cameras telling the cops to back the fuck off. This is a private fucking business.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet they had a pretty lengthy lawsuit against the police department after that point.
No, it doesn't matter. You think they give a shit? I mean, these people, she even had a private patio in front of her business.
Yeah.
It is not part of the sidewalk. It is literally a fenced-in patio. And people, she was like, they got permission to fucking be there. They're recording what you're doing, you jackass.
Yeah.
And so the cops come marching up, acting like, literally come up in a phalanx. You know how they do with the shields and all that, like they're fucking Roman, centurions or something.
Yeah.
And they had to back the fuck off. But after, of course, they'd maced every fucking body, including macing people through, like, the front door. Yeah. And they were giving orders for people to run up the streets and shit, like, you get the hell out of here. And this one reporter turned around, he's like, are you out of your fucking mind? You've got a group of guys waiting down the street to crack any heads of people going that direction. And the cop, I remember, looked at him and gave him a shit-eating grin. And it's one of the moments you never forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oop, caught me.
Darn it.
I was going to send you to my buddies. They've been waiting to crack some heads all day.
It's so tough.
Yeah.
Being a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The corporation doesn't pay you all that well.
It's just well, you hear about Tennessee now. We have a problem now keeping correctional officers.
Who the fuck would want to work in a private prison?
I wouldn't want to fucking work in Tiptonville with a...
Hell no.
No, dude. Like...
Hell no.
I'm afraid to go to prison
in
any sense of the word. I don't want to work there.
You imagine just the bad karma? I mean, just the bad fucking karma.
I know someone that's working right now that's a cook back in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Still going to be some bad karma. That whole place is just full of fucking negative energy, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
I know. Like you can feel negativity from other people.
Yeah.
Like, and then you'll become like negative if they're being negative towards you. But it's a pretty high paying job for anyone that wants to get into it. But you have to get into it for the actual quote unquote right reasons. It's just one of those things. But with something like that, it almost seems like you can't.
No.
Because it's just...
Well, have you ever known any people, like, did you go to high school with anybody that fucking later become a cop?
No. Well, at least I don't think so. The guy that wanted to become a cop now mows the lawn for MTD.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I went to school with several assholes who later become a cop. And you know what? Every fucking one of them was a jerk. Yeah. Every goddamn one. And I can see why they become a cop. I mean, they were fucking bullies in school. They were fucking just, and they weren't bright, dude. These people were not fucking intelligent.
So it's everybody except for, Christ. The guy that Malcolm McDonald played in The Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
So it's like Dim, and why can't I remember his character's name now?
Yeah, the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex. Dim,
Alex was the main guy. It was Dim, and then the other guy that became the cops.
Yeah. That's essentially the ones I went to school with. Damn right.
Because they weren't the leaders of the gang.
Shit, one guy I went to school with. I'll never forget the fact that over a fucking quarter bag of weed, that they set the fucking deal up for these people to sell it to them. Mm-hmm. The dude I went to school with, right here at the edge of town, put a woman out of her car, all right, pinned her to the fucking ground, put his foot on the base of her neck, and stuck his fucking 9mm right behind her ear, and told her to fucking move, that he would enjoy splatting her fucking head on that highway. Over a quarter bag of weed. Yeah. That lady later, now I'm not going to say it was because of that cop, all right, but it didn't help her situation none.
Yeah. That
lady, for a fact, is schizophrenic as fuck. And it come from her being so worried about law enforcement and shit. I mean, from this, they were always into smoking weed, and they were always freaked out. But that was like from that moment on, she began to get weirder and weirder and weirder.
Just further off in the left field.
Yeah, just scared to death, especially of fucking authority.
That's so fucking uncalled for.
Yeah.
It's just...
Dude, he got a pat on the back. He was a fucking, like, chief investigator high up in the fucking county. Yeah. He was the guy that my mother threw the fuck out of the house that time.
Yeah.
She'd been to a yard sale, and a woman said, hey, there's money missing. And my mom didn't fucking steal it.
Yeah.
And there was this other woman that literally had took off in a fucking huff, like pretty quick. And it had to be her.
Yeah.
And this asshole come to my house as a fucking investigator investigating this fucking theft. And got to just accusing her, just fucking sitting right there at our goddamn table, fucking making these accusations, and he's just going to do what the fuck he wants. And Mom was like, all right, that's it. Get the fuck out of my house. Because she knew who he was. She didn't like his family.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, his whole family's a bunch of fucking piece of shit. That was the same fucking cop I told you about years ago. That his brother was a huge fucking crankhead.
Yeah.
And still is. Used to get fucking crank from his brother. Me and my buddy, we went over because, I'm not going to get into that. But let's just say there was a reason we had to be over there.
Yeah.
All right. And we go over there, and I'm not shitting you. There's a fucking mason jar sitting there on his patio. And it's obviously chemicals. It's whatever it is, it's separating out. And we asked him, well, what the fuck is this? And he knows shit. He said, oh, yeah, they come from that fucking meth bust about a week or two ago. We're letting it settle out so we can fucking convict them for what it gets made of it. These assholes are in the process of making meth, so they're going to wait for the shit to crystallize so they can bust them for everything. That fucking jar just disappeared.
Huh.
And I'm not shitting you. It wasn't... I never heard nothing about it being turned in for evidence or no bullshit, nothing. But guess who had, about 2 to 3 weeks later, guess who got a new roof put on his fucking house? Yeah.
Crooked cops. And they really want to have...
Hell, his brother had told me that he had got fucking shit that was fucking straight from busts. Straight from fucking evidence lockers. Mm-hmm.
That's unfucking real.
I didn't want nothing to do with that shit, but I heard that motherfucker talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this whole thing that they're trying to push in the media about distrusting law enforcement. And, they're wanting to put it off for all the wrong reasons for the distrust of law enforcement.
It's because they fucking act like they own the goddamn place.
Well, I'm talking about the cases of Eric Garner and Michael Brown. I believe I've watched the tapes from both of them that they were both in the right. The Eric Garner thing, the guy kept saying that he can't breathe, but he had health issues before. He was asthmatic. He was very out of shape. And he was a repeat offender. These people already know who he was, and he wasn't cooperating with what they're thinking. I don't agree necessarily with the way that they took him down. Yeah. But they were going to arrest him anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think it goes deeper than all that, though. It goes deeper. It goes into their culture. It goes into the mindset that's installed in these assholes.
Well, there used to be like the strongest families in the United States back during the 30s, 40s, and 50s was the black family. Because they were a very, cohesive unit. And it seems like, once they threw upon them all of this gangster ghetto shit that happened during it started during the 70s.
Well, even earlier than that, think about it, when they started in with the whole, it's beyond that, it's the whole fucking welfare state. Yeah. I mean, and look at the disintegration. It's further than just the black families. Yeah. The fucking white families fell apart too because of welfare state.
It's quite a bit. People that are falling apart, especially like...
but they had a strong marriage. Yeah. It was just strong in their communities. Hell, they built their own towns. Yeah. And I don't blame them for building your own town. Yeah. You're having trouble dealing with other people? Fuck it. We're going to do it on our own.
Yeah, and that's a lot of places in the South started because of that. A lot of places. Yeah. And you talked about the disintegration of the white families as well. I see that happen more often in places that are just more overall depressed. In the South, it's very, very prevalent.
Oh, God, it's everywhere.
But when I was up in the Northeast, dude, holy shit. I was running into I've ran into more trailer trash, quote unquote, up in the Northeast than I ever have down here. Yeah. Like, no shit, up in Pennsylvania, holy fucking shit, dude. Like, I thought I knew some redneck-ass people. They got us beat. Yeah. These fucking Yankees.
Yeah, but remember, though, it's acceptable to make fun of the Southerner because it fits in with the fucking system, the political system we have.
Yeah.
It's the only person left nowadays that you can make a joke about.
Yeah.
Is the white Southern redneck.
Mm.
And that's just the truth. It's just true. You know?
I want to make fun of the middle class. White people. That's what I want to do.
Well, the middle class is pretty fucking hilarious, to be honest.
All waspy and...
Well, just that and their whole white picket fence mentality.
Empty-headed.
Mm-hmm.
Having ginormous fucking houses and...
Yeah.
Being fucking... All right.
And
being fucking house broke.
Yeah. They're pets. They're literally pets.
They work, both people work in the household.
Mm-hmm.
Are debt past their eyeballs.
You used to not have to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it used to be think about it, back when marriage was solid, the man worked, the woman was a housekeeper, and that's just the way it was.
And you could...
Right and wrong, whatever the fuck, I don't care, it's just the way it was.
And you had your house paid off within 10 years.
Yeah.
And you could afford to then trade in and get a new car.
Mm-hmm. Send the boy to schooling. And yeah, or the girl, whatever.
Yeah.
Not nowadays. Not nowadays.
I've been listening to too much Rush Limbaugh lately. I've been contemplating on whether or not to get one of his books.
I've read them.
I
read them back when I was like 18.
The way America should be. Like, I saw it on Amazon. I was like, ditto Rush. Ditto.
You know, dude, this is fucked up. It's fucked up. I was 18. Long fucking hair going down the middle of my back. Had fucking earrings. I had like 5 fucking earrings in my ear and shit. Very punk. I mean, Jesus Christ, I was a fucking redneck punk. You know, didn't give a fuck. Someday I ought to show you a picture I've got of me during that time period.
And post it to the Twitter.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It is terrible. And I was big into listening to Rush. Yeah. Like you would not fucking believe. You know?
Were you a ditto head?
Back then, yeah, oh yeah.
Ditto Rush.
I just knew back then I couldn't stand fucking commies and Democrats.
Who the fuck has ever been able to stand commies and Democrats?
Weak-minded people. Well.
Yeah. Okay. When I had U.S. history in high school, I had a teacher who had just the fattest of asses. Okay. But,
yeah.
She was one of these typical white,
bleeding heart,
middle class, Southern liberals.
Yeah.
Actually, I think she moved from the Northeast.
Okay.
Or no, the Northwest, like fucking Oregon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it was around the time of the 2008 elections, and we were about to have a parent-teacher conference, and the principal came in. She had an Obama Biden sticker up on her window.
Yeah.
And the fucking principal had to ask her if she would cover up before the parent-teacher conference.
You know why?
Yeah, because it would piss off the fucking parents.
Damn right.
Because here she was, dude. She was like fucking this liberal garbage.
Yeah.
And
you're not supposed to be putting that shit out in school.
Well, I was the asshole every day that whenever we talked about communism, I was the one like fucking listing off their atrocities. Like, because I knew more about fucking communism than what she did.
Yeah.
I've read the communist. I was reading the Communist Manifesto during this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was going through this, and I was like, this guy is a fucking fuckball. He's a self-hating asshole.
Yeah.
And like, even though it's just like political shit, you can tell that he's fucking depressed as hell, and he's very like whiny and weepy and weak. And I'm like, fucking Joseph Mengele should have kicked your ass out. Wait, was that? No.
Mengele was...
Mengele was Dr. Death.
Yeah.
The Nazis. I forgot the other guys. I was about to say Goebbels, and that would have been just as wrong.
Oh, Lord.
Who the fuck was that other guy's name that no one can fucking remember? Anyway, that guy should have kicked him out of his house because Marx didn't have a place to go.
Yeah.
See if that guy would have like...
Well, no, see, think about it. Under their idea, he owed it to him. He owed him He had an extra room. That means that he had the ability to fucking house somebody, and then it was his responsibility to his fellow man to fucking house that motherfucker. Think about it.
The only way that I would house someone over here is if they were fucking drunk and passed out on my couch.
Yeah.
That would be completely fucking honest. I'm like, you're too drunk to go anywhere.
Or one hell of a rent payment. You know what I'm saying? It'd take one hell of a rent payment.
If they fucking puked. If they puked on my ugly brown couch, dude, there would be no end to the... Yeah. Gonna puke on my couch again? Motherfucker.
Hey,
dude.
We threw a guy out at a party one time for pissing his pants. We woke up next morning, here's this some bitch sitting in a chair. He'd pissed all over himself.
Oh, Christ.
We woke up his buddy, and his buddy was fucking hung over. We're like, get Piss Pot Pete the fuck out of here. Oh, dude, it enraged everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 4 of us, all buddies and shit. We woke up, took one look at that, and like, you disrespectful son of a bitch.
Dude, I came close to puking in here that one morning after I'd gotten blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And I was laying in bed and like I had woken up going,
yeah.
And I was like, I fucking know it. I had to kind of muster up the quickly move outside and just fucking puke my guts up. Ugh.
Been there.
Well, I have this liquor, and people are like, well, you always drink beer all the time. I'm like, fucking liquor is hard. Like, when I drink liquor, I can't help myself. I always do it. I always overboard it.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, me telling you not to do it. I remember telling you don't want to do that. I'm fine. I'll be, leave me the fuck alone.
Well, there was one Friday that I got off work. It was the Friday I got fucking blackout drunk. And, I'd called Gleek, and I was like, "Hey man, let's hang out for a little while, play, do something," because I was bored. And I remember I made a mixed drink right before I called you, and then I had almost finished it by the time you got over here, because somewhere deep within my liver and my psyche, there lives, I believe, a little alcoholic troll, or
a little
dwarf,
a little Irish alcoholic troll,
a little Irish alcoholic dwarf, and he's toting an axe over one shoulder, and he's got a barrel underneath the other, and he's like, "Put more in, It's okay, you can handle it. It'll taste good. Put more in."
Yeah.
So I do, because I listened to this little. Alcoholic troll, dwarf, Irishman.
Yeah.
And then I proceed to answer the door. What the fuck's up? I'm drunk.
Yeah. I remember this shit.
And...
Dude, I can remember the first time I ever drank a 6-pack by myself. All right, a whole 6-pack. Yay for me. My stupid 15-year-old ass. I'd gotten drunk before that, but it was on, I don't even remember what it was. I think that was Crown Royal, like my earlier times.
Malt liquor and Twizzlers.
No, it was Crown, it was Crown Royal and Labatt.
What the fuck is Labatt?
Canadian beer. It's fucking awesome, dude. I like it. You like it. Buddy of mine's dad, he drug it back. You couldn't get it, back then. Is it that beer brand that the Olympians for Canada could like go up and swipe their passport and it would pop out a beer from Canada? Really?
Yeah, this is at the Sochi Games in Russia. Like they had Canadian beer vending machines just for the Canadian Olympic team. Yeah, no shit.
Wow. It probably was.
Yeah.
Labatt's a good beer. I mean, I'm sure they'd probably say it's swill. Yeah. It's probably their version of Budweiser or some bullshit.
Like how Australians' version of Budweiser is Foster's.
Yeah, which I've had that too. Like I said, my buddy's dad brought that shit back from Detroit Lansing because he drank it when he was younger and he couldn't get it down here.
Yeah.
He'd went to visit, and that's when I was young. We got fucked up on that shit. But anyway, I'm a teenager, and the first time I drank a 6-pack was Milwaukee's Beast. Yes,
oh
sir.
Lord, was it Milwaukee's Beast Light,
No,
or was it just?
no, it wasn't light.
It was
light.
holy,
was the Beast.
holy shit.
Me and my buddy finished off this 12-pack. Dude, it hit us all of a sudden like same fucking time. We got to puke. I mean, seriously, both of us, same fucking time. I don't know what the hell it was. It was just like, oh shit. I jumped up and grabbed this cardboard box. All right. And dude, I just dropped to my knees, fucking, bleh, all in it. A second later, here he was on the other side of the same damn box.
Oh.
Yeah. And what was so funny is, like I said, I am fucking drunk. And I remember raising up and looking at that box, and I was like, corn? And my buddy, he did the same thing. He kind of raised up and looked at me. When I said, corn, dude, it just hit him all of a sudden. Oh, God.
God.
So in our drunken state, we stagger with this box, which surprisingly isn't leaking. Okay.
And it holds together. The corrugated plastic wasn't Chinese, so we know this.
I guess. We took that shit and I crawled out a second-story window, crawled across the roof, and threw that box off the fucking roof. All right? Next fucking day, we are hung the fuck over, feel like shit. All right?
Yeah.
We go outside, and I was like, hey, man, there's that box. My buddy's like, yeah, I remember. And all of a sudden we looked, and there was fucking crows flying in and out of it. And I said, I guess they're going after the corn. As soon as I said that, my buddy turned around right on that fucking porch. Blah! Fuck that corn. I don't ever want to hear about corn the rest of my fucking life.
Has he ever ate corn again?
He might have.
Maybe.
I guess I don't know. I can't say I kept up with it, but something about it, man. It just, especially the next morning, them birds coming and getting it, that made him so fucking ill. I was sick as hell and laughing.
Well, the entire time I was in high school, our big thing was even worse than Milwaukee's Beast. It was 211.
Fuck no.
Steel Reserve.
No, fuck no. Hell no.
I learned fuck no, oh hell no the first night that I threw up off of it.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine, like what you said, we'd gotten a 12-pack, and I bet we were both probably 15, 16 at this point. And we the New Year's Eve prior, we spent the entire time, we were just drinking, random beers, Budweiser, a Natty, whatever the fuck we can get our hands on and get a lot of for cheap.
Oh yeah.
We were all over at his house, and we're all drinking New Year's Eve night, and we were all fine the next day. Because, I can, for some reason, I have iron liver, and so did he. But we drank this 12-pack of Steel Reserve, and I remember waking up in the middle of the night, and I was stone cold sober on his couch. And I was like, oh Christ. I had like the worst heartburn I have ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I just threw open the bathroom door. I puked less than this much.
Like a drop, yeah.
Like, about like the thickness or the width of like $2 $2 stuck together.
Yeah.
On the tips, but not very much at all. But it burned the worst of any. Like it was like I was puking lava.
Yeah.
And I was like, this cannot be fucking good. Like this is like,
this is probably part of my stomach.
why am I drinking this guttural shit?
Yeah.
And I think that was the last time I drank up until beer up until after I turned 21.
Wow.
Because I would drink like liquor a little bit every now and then, but I never got like drunk. But yes, I think it was the month after I turned 21. I got that 6-pack of Heineken. I was like, oh yeah, beer's good.
Yeah. Well, Lord knows I've had some bad fucking experiences. Talking about drinking. Some of it, I don't even know how to fucking relate some of it without people like, that's got to be made up.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound fucking real, but yeah. I mean, like us getting out fucking around in a goddamn blazer one night and standing it straight up in the sky.
We have to save
almost
that.
Flipping it.
We have to save that story back when Sick Nasty's back on again.
Oh yeah, so he can razz my ass about that shit. I do wish that episode had.
I do too, dude. Yeah.
Which we need to get him back on sometime.
I think he's right now. I think he's in Middle Tennessee right now. Because he's going to manager training school for where he works at.
All right.
And no, it's not Hamburger University. Because that's in Chicago, you fucks.
Hamburglar
You heard about Hamburger University, right?
What's it, the McDonald's or something?
Yeah, that's where they train like other store managers and shit.
Oh,
and they have to go there like once every few years and get like a refresher course.
That's fucking...
Dude, I was a grade below.
How do they keep from like fucking just eating a fucking pistol?
Well, I was a grade below a guy that had worked his way up to becoming manager of the Walmart one, or not the Walmart one, but the Martin one.
Yeah.
And business wise, dude, in his head, you could just fucking rattle it out. Like he can work the machine just the way that anyone needs to.
Yeah.
And now I think he's over like a whole area like Camden, Huntington, shit like that. And back when I worked over at the Dollar General, he was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty beat, and I'm like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "Yeah, I just got done traveling." I'm like, "Oh yeah, where'd you come in?" And he was like, "Chicago from Hamburg University." And I was like, "Get the fuck out!" I was like, "Get the fuck out!"
So you went and got your mix,
your MIC degree,
yeah,
your MIC diploma. Your mix certificate?
That's what I was about to say. Mix certificate.
Mix certificate?
I can't fucking talk.
Mix certificate.
Mix certificate. Yeah. Fuck it. It's probably signed on the back of a
Big fuck it.
It's signed on the back of a fucking Big Mac wrapper,
Welcome to McDonald's. What would you like with the order? Yes, please. Let me get a 20-piece of McFuckets. And could I get extra ass sauce on the side of that, please?
Did you ever see the thing it's been years back, where this group from, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was a group of phone freakers and shit.
Okay.
And they hacked a fucking McDonald's drive-thru. Oh my fucking God, that is some of the most hilarious shit. I mean, they just took it over.
Yeah.
People drive up, to start their orders, and they're like, "No, you can't have that. You're too fucking fat."
I wish, dude, okay. They have you ever heard of the they don't outsource it to other countries, but they outsource it to different locations here in the United States. The Taco Bell in Martin outsources their drive-through speaker.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, so like the people inside, they don't hear your order, they just see it up on the screen.
That is fucking retarded.
It is. But
Jesus God.
But
one more reason for me not to ever go into that fucking place.
But listen to this. That would be hilarious if someone's able to like phone freak that.
Yeah, hack into it and shit. Yeah.
And because here you could get into the database of thousands of Taco Bells.
Oh my God, the chaos.
Dude, you could just sit there and you'd be able to control what's actually ordered from running that. You could put down like so many complicated chalupa orders that you would not be able to believe.
1 in 10 randomly say McFlurry on it.
The sour cream supply in the United Nations would drop by 20%. We would go into a state of emergency from all the cows being milked dry and not being able to be sold or turned into milk.
Well, come on. We're talking about Taco Bell. There ain't no real milk in it. There ain't no real meat in it.
Well, no.
That shit might as well be fucking cardboard, dude.
It's good drunk food.
Have you ever seen the machines they use for fucking like the meat?
That's why I go to Taco John's.
It's a goddamn hose, man. It's like
that's why I go to Taco John's.
Yeah.
Because they actually have to scoop their meat out.
Well, I know I saw it. I fucking know I saw this years ago at the one in Martin. I remember looking at the label, it was the only time I ever went in that fucking place. And I remember looking down at the fucking label. I seen, oh, yeah, Yum Brands, blah, 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 all this. Class D meat. And I'm like, wait a minute,
Oh, so it was just like barely fit for human consumption?
Not even. Technically, dog food and potted meat is a Class C. I'm not fucking playing. I should have saved that fucking wrapper, dude. I fucking saw Class D meat label at fucking Taco Bell. I will never eat in one of them fucking places again. And I've heard the arguments, oh, every fucking place is different, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. Class D meat. Never again.
Yeah.
I meant what I said, you know?
But if you were to get, fast food, Mexican, if they want to sponsor us, there's a whole lot of Mexican going on at Taco John's.
What was the old ad? Was it Taco John's or Taco Bell? It used to be Run for the Border.
I don't know.
You know the one I'm talking about? It was their tagline? Yeah.
We might have to look that up sometime here soon. But,
you know another one that big missed opportunity?
What?
Why in the fuck didn't they ever get, what's his name? The little mouse from fucking Warner Brothers.
Speedy Gonzalez?
Speedy Gonzalez for fucking Taco Bell.
Speedy Gonzalez for Taco John's. Dude,
People would lose their mind. They would pull the top of their head plumb off. They'd be so fucking pissed off over that.
I don't know.
You know they would. Somebody bitch about it.
Fucking pissy, like they did with the Taco Bell dog.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, yo quiero Taco Bell. That shit was funny. Like it's a little Chihuahua, and this was like during like the Godzilla
Mexican food,
Mexican dog,
Mexican dog,
Mexican accent dog, and dude, it was about 1998 when they had like that really shitty Godzilla movie coming out, and they did the commercial. It was like, here, lizard, lizard, lizard.
Yeah,
shit was hilarious, memorable, like the Budweiser frogs.
Exactly.
And you want to fucking, it's racist. It's racist.
Fuck that. It's funny.
Fuck you. It's hilarious.
Exactly. You don't hear
no Mexicans were pissed off or harmed during the making of this video.
You don't hear nobody bitching about the hillbilly on the side of the old Mountain Dew bottle.
No, which is still there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, nobody ever bitched about that fucking hillbilly.
No.
It kind of pissed me off. You know why? It's a piss poor representation. Have you ever looked at the art? It's horrible.
Well, they did it like the
Snuffy Smith was drawn better than that.
I think that's what they tried to rip off. Was the
I think so.
Yeah, because I've seen some of his work where they're like Mom and Pa on the porch. And you're just like,
if you look that shit up, the whole hillbilly from Appalachia bullshit, that did, and this is I'm serious. You can go look it up. When the TVA come in and was trying to force people off their land, all right, they started this whole bullshit about we've got to educate these people, they're ignorant and all this other. That's where the fucking stereotype of the fucking southern hillbilly redneck come from. I am not fucking playing.
When really we used to be the upper crust of the United States, like during the 1800s and stuff. Yeah, this used to be like England 2 Electric Boogaloo.
It might as well be. Yeah. But look it up.
Because this is where all the land, estates, and manors, and
it's where we could grow the food and all the other shit we needed.
Yeah. But before we get too far from the left field, and
what are you talking about, dude? We're returning from left field.
Yeah. Before we get too close into center field and on another show entirely.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead, and this has been a fine Picklestick production of the Generation Gap podcast. As always, I have been Lunchbox.
I'm Gleek.
And you guys, we'll see you next week.
Later on, folks.
You can follow the Generation Gap podcast at PicklestickPod on Twitter, or shoot us an email at picklestickproductions@gmail.com.